What's going on, guys? God bless y'all. Good morning. Happy Monday. Today is Monday. And on today's project, we are going to be doing a paint enhancement on this Silverado. Hear the paint. Yeah, this definitely needs a lot of love. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing a paint decontamination. We're going to be doing a clay bar, and then we are going to be applying a wax to this vehicle, plus a little bit of rotor removal from this door here. So stick around. Let's get started on this project. So before I start washing this truck, I want to attack the tar. For that, we're going to be using Stoner Car Care. This one has been probably my most favorite product to use by them. They're a tar and sap remover. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this product. You want to shake it up nicely and just spray it on here and just let it dwell. And just let this product pretty much just start dissolving. You can already see it performing. Let me bring the camera up here so you guys can see really quick. And there you go. Once I sprayed this product, you can already see it start kind of melting a lot of that tar, right? Usually I would use a clay bar, but for this scenario, I came the day that we did the Chevy, the green Chevy, it was here at this location, and then this client asked if I could see the truck because of this tar and what we could do for it, right? So tar removal was the main thing. Obviously we added the wax to it, so it's gonna look really good, but you can see how quickly this product starts dissolving that tar. All right, next we are going to be grabbing some throwaway towels. These are from Max Shine, and you can just rip them off like that. That way we don't use our good towels to clean up this tar. So it's been a good couple of minutes that this product has been sitting. We're gonna go ahead and just wipe it, and we're gonna see how much we can remove with just a towel. So let's see. Like butter. Look at that. Easy. Obviously there's still a little bit more, so we'll spray this product and just let it dwell. But really, this tar came off with one hit. Well, you know you're getting old when you start pulling out the volleyball knee pads. I don't even know, these are for volleyball. But I don't do too well with the strap ones, because I'm short pretty much and they just don't fit well. So I purchased these. These are Klein tools from Amazon. I've had them for a while, and I'll be honest, I think I have actually enjoyed these. I forgot one day I didn't take them off, and some guy was like, "Oh, where do you play volleyball at, man?" And I was like, "Huh?" I was so confused. Forgot I had this on. That's why I call them the volleyball knee pads. But these are better, I feel like. That way they stay on me and I don't have to like adjust them a lot. So there we go. Plus, when I'm on my knees, I'm good to go. So for the wheels and the tires, we're gonna be using this product here by JMG. This is a multi-purpose cleaner, or a all-purpose cleaner, right? It does well with grease and grime, and as you guys can see, I have been using this one. So that's what we're gonna be using on our wheels and our tires. What do you guys think of the JMG all-purpose cleaner? We use it on the tires and the wheels as well. Obviously this wheels and tires, they've had better days, right? But as a first on the product, I'd say not bad. It looks like it really removed all that grime off the tire. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? We've gone ahead and done the decontamination wash. We're now to our contact wash. And the way I like to do it is, obviously we foam the vehicle, then I come with my wash mitt, then I'll do my contact wash. This top side we won't be doing. Obviously we are washing it, but it has a wrap, but the wrap is literally like all broken. So for one, we definitely don't want to mess that up with the polisher or anything like that. So the top side, we are just going to wash it nicely. And then we're coming back. This is the Max Shine clay towel. And we are pretty much just cleaning this paint. We are obviously attacking the area where all that road tar was at, just to make sure we get it all off. And it's doing pretty good. Should I see that it's not removing it with the clay mitt, with the clay towel, I'm sorry, then we'll resort to the clay bar. But the initial chemical contact with stoners, it really did the job. So the rest of the vehicle is a breeze. Now it's nice and soft, and then we'll rinse it off. All right, now that we are to the drying stage, the first thing I'm gonna attack always is the glass. I will say I don't use filtered water. That's by choice. I've been drying cars outside for so long that for me, I feel like I don't need it. But I know it's like a battle of detailers. They're like, yes, you do. No, you don't. And I'm not rushing through this, right? I'm not rushing through this. Taking my time regardless. I'm gonna come back and clean the glass anyways. But that's how I do it. Another thing is, if you did your contact wash thoroughly, as that vehicle dries, it dries off pretty nicely. It sheets off, right, to where you don't even have to do a lot of drying sometimes if you do it correctly. So I always start on the glass, and then I'll go to the body, and then I'll repeat it on the other side. That way, this towel has some water, and as I'm cleaning, it pretty much just reactivates the water and removes it. Like the water spotting, if that makes sense. We're pretty much done with drying the vehicle. We've gone ahead and dried the tires and the wheels as well. Before I start doing the paint enhancement on the vehicle, I love to do the tire dressing, right? Tire dressing, because sometimes when you're done, a lot of us tend to spray our product to the tires or on the brush. Usually there's at least a nice breeze going, so it'll get on the paint. So for that reason, I like to do wheels and tires first, and then I'll show you guys, you know, kind of the process. But I'll go ahead and spray this product nicely. And yes, I know you guys are probably like, oh my God, look at all that stuff going everywhere. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm a professional, man. You're here to learn bad habits. Just kidding, good habits. But the reason I'm spraying this is because these tires are wide, they're big. So I wanna ensure that a lot of this dressing really clings on to the tires, right? Usually if I brush it, they tend to kind of dry off. So I want to spray it first so that this product really clings to the rubber. It gives it that dwelling time, right? And this one is from Drive Auto Appearance. This is their high gloss. Makes these tires look really, really good. Trust the process, guys. Always trust the process. All right, you guys, so what you're about to see next is something that I know a lot of people do it, but many don't like to showcase it because they're scared of the comments, but I don't care. The product we're using on both wheels and tires today is going to be by Drive Auto Appearance. It's right here. This is their wet gloss and tire trim glaze. It's probably one of my most favorite dressings for trim and tires, right? So this next phase, I want to give these wheels a nice look. And for that, we're gonna use the dressing on the tires. So you're kind of just gonna hit them around. There we go. And you can always bring down your pressure if you want, less. But this is the way I do it to give. There we go. And shout out to our friends from Southern Botanical. Oh, yeah. You guys already know we love landscapers. Nah. Probably just gonna wait for them to do the lawn. But in the meantime, we're dressing the tires using a tire brush. And all I'm doing is just blending it in from the previous spray that I did. I'm coming back with just a throwaway towel. And then all I'm doing is just kind of wiping the wheel off. I'm taking the excess, pretty much the previous dressing that I sprayed on here. I'm just letting that just kind of, I'm just wiping that off. From the spray itself, you really don't need to wipe it down. But hey, if you're one of those that you want to make sure that you wiped everything down, well, you can always wipe your product off and it'll look really good. But using the paint gun is gonna give you truly just that fine mist where you don't have to come and like wipe it down. That's one of the reasons why I love using the paint gun, because it pretty much self levels. So that is the next step, is now just kind of hit these tires, make them look good, and then we'll start the tire dressing, the paint enhancement. All right. Now, I hope this all finally makes sense as to why I do this process, right? Initial process is going to be strip wash, iron decontamination. We're gonna go with the clay, and then we are gonna dry it. And then we did the blowing out the wheels and the tires, and then we dressed them, right? Now, the reason I do this process is because, one, I won't have to worry about like the dressing going on the tires or anything like that when I finish. And then I have to go back and pretty much wipe everything again, all that smearness, right? So the last process to this whole thing is we're gonna go with our panel prep. For this one is by Coach Kemi. And we're gonna use this, and pretty much all I do is I just spray my towel really, really well. And we're gonna wipe this whole panel. We're gonna wipe this whole hood to ensure that right now when I start doing the enhancement, the product will bond really well, right, to the vehicle. But you're also cleaning up any of that overspray or anything like that. This paint is nice, feels nice and grabby too. So that is the reason I tend to I will panel prep at the very end, because I want to make sure that all that mist that got on the panel is pretty much nicely cleaned up. And now that I'm looking at this paint, it really needs a correction. But hey, client wants an enhancement, and that is what we are gonna do. So we're just gonna wipe this whole truck down really well. On the glass, I'm probably gonna go with Kataba, their ceramic wax. There's the spray that has been my most favorite one. So, but let's go ahead and wipe this whole vehicle. All right, you guys, so we have the polisher of choice. We're gonna go with the Max Shine. This is the 8mm. We wanna keep it very tight, not a lot of correction. Again, when you're doing enhancements, you are not correcting. First of all, you're not correcting. All you're doing is just giving gloss to the paint, right? And adding protection. We're gonna be using the Rupes white foam pad, and we're gonna be pairing it with Koch Chemie P301. Remember, anything from Koch Chemie, if they have the green line, that means it has some sort of protection. All right, this one should give me at about 6 months of protection. Out here in Texas, I usually tell a lot of my clients, like, hey, you might get 4 to 5 months because of our Texas heat, right? Obviously, you guys know waxes and sealants tends to break down at a certain temperature, so you always got to keep that in mind. But if you do this process here, claying and decontaminating and all of that, you're giving the best possible outcome for your client and the vehicle's paint as well. So that's what we're going to be using on today's project. And also remember, when you're doing a enhancement, this is not going to take you all day. Literally, what's going to take you longer is going to be prepping this whole truck, the cleaning, the washing, the wheels and tires. All of that's going to take you longer. This here should probably take you less, about an hour or so for the whole process, because you're not doing no type of correction. You're just applying the wax. So let's get to it. I usually tend to stay at about a speed 3 or 4. Nothing major, nothing higher than that. Since we're not doing no correction, all you're doing is just applying the product. So I usually go 1 across and then 1 pass up and down. So horizontal and vertical. And again, the beauty of using the Koch Chemie line is you can use this outdoors. It is sun friendly. So you don't have to worry about it like baking up on you in this Texas heat. So we did 4 drops, and a little bit of this product goes a long way. So 4 drops should get you far. All right, you guys, this truck is finally done. Obviously, we're doing the second vehicle for the client. This was just gonna get an entry-level wash or vacuum, right? Entry-level package. But how did this truck turn out? Well, you're about to see a little bit of a clip on the after, right? Definitely got a nice gloss to it. The rotar was all removed. The paint is now nice and soft, right? It is protected up to at least 6 months, right? So overall, the product we used today obviously was the Max Shine 8mm throw polisher paired with the Rupes white foam pad with Koch Chemie P301, which is their wax or carnauba wax. And then we used Stoner Car Care for the rotar removal. As you guys saw, that thing was easy to remove. Saved me a lot of time rather than using a clay bar, right? And then for the trim, I went ahead and used, I think it's 303 graphene trim coating or trim restoration. It's not I don't call it a coating, but at least we kind of gave these plastics a little bit of a better look, make them nice, and just give them that nice look again. And then on the wheels and the tires, we use Drive Auto Appearance wet gloss and trim glaze, right? We used it, sprayed on the tires, let it dwell, brushed it off, and then we use our paint gun to dress the wheels to give it just that nice finish, right? And then I did move the truck back and forth to make sure I got evenly all around the wheels and the tires. Overall, this package took me about 3 hours. Started at 9:30 and finished it at about 12. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how long this really took me. But I think the truck came out really well. The client liked it. So that's it, guys. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of today's video. This one was kind of fun for me. But anyways, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video.